Greetings, Namaste. Part 3, we're going to continue from the previous series. Once you feel you're getting some movement through your spine, you're feeling a little bit more relaxed about being on the floor doing these asanas, we're going to go to the next level of opening up the hips a little bit more. So again, we're going to come to the floor. Well, let's begin with recovering the conscious breath, breathing into the lower lobes. Yeah. When you've done that, coming up into the half bridge. Keep your spine nice and limber and relaxed. And the next asana we're going to do is I'm going to draw my left thigh in towards my belly. Now the direction it's going to come in is not straight in. I'm going to let it drift out a little bit so it can fit in the side of my rib cage. I'm going to clasp or interlace my hands and gently nestle it in to my body while keeping my shoulders nice and relaxed. I'm going to lengthen my right leg along the floor and I'm going to bring my attention back to the act of conscious breathing. So if I'm breathing in, my belly is expanding, there'll be an inferred movement of my left thigh moving away, allowing my lower back to come away from the floor. You can see this action in my arms now becoming straight. When I exhale, I'm going to press my lower back into the floor. Thigh comes back in towards my belly. My arms bend. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. Don't take the tension into the upper body. So breathing in, my body opens. And breathing out, I let go. Now we can try that with the other side. Interlaced hands, taking it slowly. Let me lengthen my left leg. I'm going to draw my right thigh in, not straight into my body, but a little bit out to the side. Interlace my hands and let my right thigh nestle in. Breathing in, my body opens. Breathing out, I let go. Breathing in, belly expanding, arms lengthening away from the body as the thigh moves away. And as I exhale, I draw the thigh back in. This asana is very good if you happen to be, have changed your breathing. There's many different ways we can change our breath. If you happen to be a reverse breather, which we can talk about later, this movement helps you to re-educate your body back to natural breathing. So again, breathing in, thigh's going to move away, arms are going to lengthen, belly's expanding and lower back comes away from the floor, and then breathing out, pressing everything back in. Okay, so that's the first stage of that asana. If you're feeling comfortable with it, we'll take it to step 2. This left thigh's come into the body. This time I'm going to extend my right leg up towards the ceiling. Now I call it a Tadasana leg because I want to imagine that this leg is standing. So I'm going to draw the toes down towards my head and have the heel as the highest point. Now my left thigh is like an anchor. Shoulders are relaxed. I'm going to invite my right leg to begin to descend to the floor, and I liken this to a bee coming in to get pollen from a flower. It doesn't dive bomb straight down. It moves in flowing movement, spheres. Now, the more movement you can allow this leg to have on its journey downwards to the floor, the more you'll begin to lengthen what is called the iliopsoas muscle. And this is a very important muscle in the body. And you can see when I've lengthened my right leg, it doesn't actually come to the floor. It's like a rubber band that's fully extended. It's supported and floating off the floor. We're going to do that with the other leg. So bend my right thigh in towards my body, nestle it in, extend the left leg up towards the ceiling. Tadasana, drawing the toes towards the crown. The heel is going to be the highest point. My anchor is hugging my right thigh. I'm going to begin to let the left leg weave towards the floor. I'm not directing my left leg. I'm letting it find its own path. There is an inquiry, an invitation for this leg to come to the floor. Now, if perchance I got some crinkles, some noises, some catching, I would bring this leg back up again and see if I could find the pathway of least resistance. Left leg, when fully extended, will float off the floor effortlessly. Good. Let's bring both thighs, knees into the chest. Place your hand comfortably and loosely just beneath the knee and just gently press the thighs in towards the body, giving your kidneys, giving your back a little bit of a massage. The next asana is going to be a little bit stronger. I'm going to lengthen my left leg along the floor this time. I'm going to maintain the awareness of the toes towards the ceiling, pressing the underside of the knee to the floor. With my left hand, I'm going to place my left hand on the outside of my right knee. My right arm is at shoulder height. I'm going to breathe in, expand, and as I exhale, I'm going to let this leg come over the body. Now this hand is resting there. It's not applying any pressure. I'm just going to let gravity take this over. Because this is a spinal twist, my head wants to turn some direction and it's going to turn to the right. And I'm going to breathe and relax and lengthen into this. And then when I'm ready to come out of it, I'm going to perform at Mula Bandha, which we'll cover next session. I'm going to draw my right thigh in towards my chest, hold on to it, bring my left thigh into the chest, straighten the right leg, right hand on the outside of the left knee, left arm at shoulder height-ish. Inhale and exhale this over my body. And my head will go wherever it chooses, bringing my attention to my breath and feeling the breath releasing, opening and lengthening. And when you're ready to come out of it, inhaling back to the center. Placing 2 feet on the floor, and we're going to finish up with the birth pose once more. Recovering the natural breath, placing the hands in the lower lobes. Breathing in, my body opens. Breathing out, I let go. Breathing in, expansion. Breathing out, releasing.